In my way back now. Sorry, just waiting for people to pass so they don't look like an idiot talking to myself. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's a pretty windy day. Sorry, let me just fix my headphones real quick. Sorry about this. Yeah, hope we should have a pretty nice tailwind going back home, so I should be able to go much faster than 20 miles per hour. Yeah, so I guess what we can talk about really quickly is just my impressions of motorcycles. This coming from, motorcycles, gas motorized bikes, and I mean it also applies to e-bikes as well. Is that the main principle thing is that if you want to cruise at 30 miles per hour, which is the legal limit in many states, you're not going to pick a bike that can go a top speed of 30 miles per hour just because of the components that are inside that bike. Maybe it doesn't apply as much to the really high priced e-bikes, but it certainly applies to a motorcycle, a gas bike, a do-it-yourself e-bike kit. For example, a 500 watt e-bike kit that I had before was a 36 volt nominal 500 volt e-bike, 500 watt e-bike, top speed advertised of 20 to 22 miles per hour. So if you were to think about, 20 miles per hour is I think the class 1 and class 2 legal limit for e-bikes. And also let me preface this by saying that people are not, it depends on your comfort zone of what the local authorities and cops will check, but I don't think people are going to be putting radars on e-bikes because a lot of the laws. For example, in Wisconsin, it states I could go 30 miles per hour on these bikes, up to 30 miles per hour for a rider that's 150 pounds on a flat road, no wind, and if you're going 30 miles per hour down a hill, with headwind, how the hell are you going to get ticketed for going 31 miles per hour or going over the speed limit? Because, as I just mentioned in the stature for an an e-bike. It's flat hill, a flat road, no wind, 150-pound rider. So it all depends on your comfort level of what's legal or not legal. That being said, so in the case of the 500 watt 36 volt e-bike that I had before, it's at a top speed of 20-22. I was able to get it to 22-23. I'm a pretty light rider. So, with that being said, you will be hard pressed to get 22 miles per hour or 20 miles per hour consistently on a 500 watt e-bike without stressing the electronics, hitting the upper limit of both the controller and also possibly the battery that you're running. Yeah, see, I'm going 27 right now and using quite a lot of voltage drop is decent, but there's a lot of acceleration here that is not being used. That's why I want to raise the gear size for the pedal, for the wheel chain ring to a 40 or 44 from a 36. Because I'm in 5th gear and, I should really be going quite a lot faster. But there's an RPM limit to these bikes at this voltage. Okay, but going back to what I'm saying, if it says 20 miles per hour, you're just try to take a quarter off of that. So your optimal, riding speed for a 500 watt e-bike is probably 50 miles per hour. You can ride it at 20 miles per hour, which is the top limit, but you're gonna possibly fry your motor on a hot day on a big hill, or your controller, I'm sorry, and overstress your batteries. And for 1,000 watt is 30 miles per hour. So there you should reasonably expect to cruise around 22 miles per hour, or 20 to 23 miles per hour as a cruise speed, not 30 miles per hour, because you're gonna have the same issue. And a lot of 1,000 watt e-bikes, they are, what's the word? They're 48 volts. Yeah, most of them are 48 volts. You can get a 72 volt controller for a 1,000 watt e-bike and go that route. There's no problem there. But 48 volts for, I hate to say it, for us Americans, it's not enough power for us. Maybe for the Europeans and for the Asians, it's a little bit, it might work. But for an average American, 48 volts is just not enough pep for you without really cranking out the amps. So as I mentioned, if you want to cruise at 22, which is the legal limit, or 20-22, which is the legal limit for Class 1, Class 2, you need 1,000 watts. But 1,000 watts is technically illegal. And it's 1,000 watts nominal. Like a 750 watt, which is the legal, can go, can push 1,000 watt, 1,200 watts peak, but it's nominal 750 watts. So if I were to go at, if I were to do this over and not get this 3,000 watt kit, I'll probably get a 1,000 watt kit or a 1,500 watt kit hub motor, because I want to cruise at 22 and have the possibility of going up to 30 for short bursts, or if I'm obviously going against or have a tailwind or something like that. So that's kind of the thing. And the same thing applies to motorcycles. You know, if you want to go on the highway, you want to go fast or safely or decently fast on the highway, you're probably not going to get a 300cc motorcycle. You want to do, like, you want to race your buddies, you're probably not going to go with a 300cc motorcycle. Or I guess actually they are, the way motorcycles, entry-level motorcycles now are going higher than 300cc. I had a 250 watt or 250cc Kawasaki Ninja, and you know, getting that to highway speed is, you know, you have to go all the way to 6th gear to do that, and beyond probably. Get a nice tuck precision. The same thing for a car. You're not gonna race a Toyota Corolla or even a Camry unless you soup it up pretty badly at the drag strip. Or you're not gonna try to tow a RV with a Toyota Camry or Corolla. You know, you need to get. I guess the point is you need to get more power than what the top speed or purpose is, just to be safe. And for this for the 3,000 watt Cyclone and its 3,000 watt nominal peak, 6,000 watt peak power, you know, short instant burst. The point here is, like, I want to cruise at around 27, 30 miles per hour, which is what I'm doing now. But it can go 40 or 45 if I really wanted it to. So what that means is that it should comfortably do 30 miles per hour, 25, 30 miles per hour, you know, which is more than fast enough on a bike. So I guess that's kind of the key. So if you're looking to get an e-bike, especially if you're looking for a kit, 500 watt top speed, 20 miles per hour, but you're going to be going 15. 1,000 watt top speed, 30 miles per hour, but you're going to be going 20 to 25. 1,500 watts, you know, you'll probably be going 25 to 27, 28 as the cruising speed. 3,000 watts, you know, you're going to be cruising around 30, 25 to 30. Not overstress the batteries or anything like that. And if you're going beyond that, then you're way beyond what I've ever handled. So I hope that helps in picking up your kit, because, you know, obviously you don't want to buy the wrong thing first right out the bat. And the battery really does matter. Get as many batteries as you can, or sorry, get as many amp hours and the biggest battery that you can in your budget range. And if you are going to do the 1,000 watts, most likely you'll start out at 48 volts, which is fine, but you have the option of eventually upgrading to a 72 volt controller. I'm not exactly sure how all that would tie in with the electronics. Your LCD display. You might have to lose your LCD display, but you know, that would be kind of what you do something like that.